Hello everyone. So today I am going to be talking about how I survived being self-employed for now going on 2 years. Since 2017, I'll be making 2 years in November of this year. And I just kind of wanted to talk about how I was able to accomplish this successfully. I am still working to be where I want to be. Get my ultimate goal of where I would like to be in my career and in my life. But as of right now, for me to be 2 years in and to still keep striving, this is something that is not easy. But I am willing to share with you guys my experience and update you guys in the next year, in the year after that, and forevermore of how I have continued to successfully survive on my own without having to need a job or any kind of employment. Number one, family. Family was extremely beneficial and helpful in my transition and, supporting me to go and, take the leap of faith. My parents at first did not really approve of it, but they worked with me. They understood my passion, my ambition, and they also did see that I did have at least some work coming in when I first started. So they were kind of just like all for it. They were like, go for it. If anything, you can always go back, reset and keep going. But I was not looking to go back to another job. This was it for me. But I did at the point was a little bit earlier, and when I first started was more susceptible to, if it didn't work out within a certain amount of time, that I would start job hunting for another job, which I end up not having to do because for these past 2 years it's been pretty rough, but it has not been as bad as I thought it would be. So family definitely was super supportive. Family was also friends of mine who I call family, people who have been family to me. So it does go beyond the house, but without my loved ones, immediate family within this household, I don't think I would be where I am today. So thank you guys, I love you. Number two, gigs and odd jobs. Did a lot of odd jobs, a lot of gigs that were really just not something I expected to do or get into, like delivering newspapers, being an assistant for one of the bigger social media anchors for the Apollo Theater, doing assistant work for like a caretaker work for a lady who was blind and handicapped, and she was just so inspirational in my life and impacting me in so many ways, along with so many other jobs, as well as babysitting. I've been a certified babysitter since high school, so to be able to have that under my belt and be able to have that as a source of income, if anything all fails, people always need babysitters. So that was just something that I had as well. Recently, winding back up to recently, I was able to get a car and be able to make money in that way, and that was actually beneficial for me as well. Number three, letdowns and disappointments. I have let down many people, and I have been disappointed by many people, and I've disappointed many people, and I have let down a lot of people. So that was definitely a rough patch and journey in my my growth and in my journey, because it was a lot for me to handle, and I didn't know really what to do, but I just kept pushing forward based off the knowledge that I did have, based off the experiences that I did have, and I tried my best, to the best of my ability, to mend and value and restore those relationships that I know those were the people that truly helped me to get to where I am now. So I don't know where I would have been without them, and I'm really thankful for those that have stuck by me through the hard times and through the times where they were probably like, what the heck is wrong with this girl? Trust and believe to know that it was just a lot for me to handle all alone. And I'm still kind of team Chiffon right now. I'm just solo dolo, but I am learning how to add people onto my team to alleviate the stress, because I am can't do it alone. Like, I can do it alone, but I truly can't, because you need a team to make it work, and there's no I in team. Number 4, letting go of fear. I was very fearful, and back then I was on and off eating fear. I was eating cheese and dairy, so it was not helpful, nor it was beneficial to me. And I think by getting way more serious within this past year, of getting way more serious with where I wanted to be, I knew that I severely had to change up a lot of things about my lifestyle, the way I was treating myself, the way I was caring and tending to myself, to know that in order to make a change, you have to make a change within yourself. So I had to let go of that fear-based emotion in order to be able to surpass and overcome certain things and be able to climb certain obstacles successfully. Number 5, getting closer to myself. That was definitely something that was needed, because when you have a better clarification of who you are, you're able to help give others a better clarification of who they are, by being there, by being supportive, and by just moving with faith and knowing that things will work out when they're supposed to work out, how they're supposed to work out. So getting closer to myself helped me to alleviate that stress and know that, okay, this is just a bad day, this is just a bad time, this is just a rocky time in my life right now, this is not the end of the world. So I kind of had to work with myself then in order to be able to be where I am today. Gratitude. I had to really dive in deep and thank those that have helped me to get to where I am now. It has been a lot for me alone to do certain things, as far as projects alone, having to do like certain paperwork, marketing, a lot of things on the back end of a business alone. That is something that is not easy, especially when you're not making that much money at all and you're trying to split that money almost 5 ways, it feels like, between food, between your own maintenance, between investing into your business, so things like websites, equipment, things of that sort, into your household, the family household, making sure things ran smoothly, bills got paid, and then just overall just being able to commute, being like little small things that add up over time. So it just became like, how do I grow a successful business, be able to invest into my business, and then still be able to tackle everything I need to tackle at the end of the day. And it would be this like wave of money. So sometimes I would have this big wave of money coming in and I'm making money and I'm like, whoa, okay, this is great. But then as soon as that big wave comes, it's a big crash, and then I'm not making literally anything. It could be for days at a time, weeks at a time, months at a time. I know when I first left my last job, that was in November. So I had November, December, January, February. So I had 4 months. November, December, January, February. Sorry, 3 months. I had 3 months of like work coming in, kind of, holiday money and everything. As soon as February came, I think as soon as the Super Bowl came, it got dead. So from like February all the way until maybe June, I was just scrambling up any kind of job I can, scrambling whatever I could, as far as like gigs and odd jobs, and promoting myself, putting myself out there, doing research, just to make ends meet. And it was not easy. I almost at that point wanted to give up, but I knew that there was a bigger purpose, there was a bigger vision, there was a bigger goal in mind, and I needed to fulfill that. And I'm still working on fulfilling that goal, but I'm getting closer and closer to fulfilling it, because I've learned so much in my past that has made me learn what I need to know now. So giving gratitude to those that have been supporting me along the way has been something that I had to put out there, because I didn't want people to think that I'm taking and not giving thanks, especially my family, especially my friends, especially even strangers, people I've just met that I'll meet them 1 or 2 times and they're like, what do you need help with? And I don't really like to open up to people. Excuse me. I don't really like to open up to people when I need help, because I'd rather do it myself. And that has been a hindering issue of mine, because I just want to do it. If I see something in my head, I'd rather just get it done. But after being an assistant for someone who had to wear multiple hats, dealing and working in different environments, I had to learn that in order to be a boss, you got to be able to kind of give the work to someone else that can do it too, but not in a way of being like bossy, like mean, but just letting people know, speaking your truth, letting them know this is what I need help with. And when you're able to do that, people almost respect you more, because you're setting your boundaries, you know what you need, and when you're able to do that and speak up, the least thing that you can do is give gratitude, to show thanks, and to show up even when you don't feel like it. Show up. That's another form of gratitude, and just thanking someone for taking the time to even consider you for the job. There's a bunch of photographers, there's a bunch of alkaline chefs, there's a bunch of people who are doing the same exact thing, and for them to pick you out of all the other people that they couldn't pick, to take the time to believe in you, and for you to believe in yourself that you can do this, the least that you can do is give gratitude, give thanks, and do the best of your ability for the job, so that this can be possibly a reoccurring client. This can be someone that will recommend you to someone else. This can be someone that can change your life in dramatic ways that you will never even know. They could be working on things in the back end, and then if they see your work ethic, they will include you in that because of who you are, who you stand as a person. So always just take that into consideration, to give thanks, and to be thankful for whatever you were given. As long as you're speaking in your truth and you know what you need, speaking your truth, and be thankful for what you have, and be thankful for what is given to you, because nobody owes you anything. No one owes you anything. You owe it all to yourself. Number 7, sacrifices. I've sacrificed a lot. When I first started, I'm like thinking, oh yeah, if I sacrifice a little time, just don't go out to the club 1 or 2 nights, whatever, because my friends, we're young still, we liking to go out, go party, we're freshly 21 and up, so it's like everyone wants to go out. But I had to see that. I looked around, and especially once I started event photography, forget about it. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be up in the club. Let me get money to be up in the club, okay? Let me be taking pictures. That's what I did. I started promoting myself. Every party I went to, I would promote myself. I'd be like, hey, yeah, listen, this is blah, 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 I'm Chiffon, I'm here with this person today, I'm a photographer. I would just start talking to people. And people just started, doors just started opening. Oh, actually, would you be interested in the, and it just started opening for me. So when you make sacrifices, but then you also change your perspective on, okay, if I'm gonna make this sacrifice not to go out and party, but shoot, if I can monopolize or capitalize off people who are partying, shoot, why not go and take pictures for a few hours, make good amount of money, and then just dip. I don't have to be in the party, I don't have to be in the club drinking, I don't gotta be popping bottles, but I can make the money off of people popping bottles and stuff. And I can make money off of the promoters because they need their pictures to promote on their website. Why not, right? Only thing about that is that a lot of times you don't get paid, especially if the promoters don't make money, you don't make money, which is not right, because at the end of the day, you're providing a service. This is not a luck of the draw. This is, I'm providing my service. Either way, whether you made money or not, I need to get paid. But a lot of times I didn't get paid for that. A lot of times it was because the celebrity was there. So they would think that, because all these other photographers are giving their time for free, I should be giving my time for free. But I used to be like, do you know who I am? Like, not saying that I have this big high horse or ego, but like, my time is valuable. My time is very valuable. And these people who are celebrities breathe, drink, and sleep just like I do. They bleed just like I do. They eat just like I do. They go to sleep just like I do. They do everything. They go to the bathroom just like I do. There's nothing that makes them so much different than I am that I can't be valued. My time can't be just as valuable as theirs. So I kind of had to look at that perspective and say, maybe this is not something that I want to do if my time's not being considered. So I did a little bit more of like event photography, which worked out pretty good because it was more just like moms that are hiring for sweet 16s, people who are having a wedding or parties or small kid parties. So that's easier because you're capturing moments that are going to be savored for a lifetime and not just someone who's just having a drunk night. But also you're guaranteed to get your money. These people are more serious because they're more serious about making sure that they're able to capture these pictures for a lifetime. So you got to change up your perspective. And by sacrificing those nights out, I learned that. By sacrificing, just being home, being bored. Listen, if I got to do research on how to have 5 ways to have a successful business, if I have to figure out all day on YouTube, watch videos. Now, you all call me to go to the club? Nah, I'm good. I can stay on my phone, watch, I can stay on my computer, do some research, do some work. Nowadays, I really don't have time to really party like that because I have so much work that I have to do. And it's not that I'm overhead with work. I just know what I need to accomplish and what I want for myself. So I don't mind not going out. I've sacrificed a lot of family events. I've sacrificed a lot of friends, nights out with girlfriends and everything. I've sacrificed not spending money on certain stuff. I've sacrificed food. If I really know that I need to pay for something, I just won't eat. And that's what was also a part of my lifestyle journey of fasting. So me not eating for a day or two really doesn't bother me when I know that I'm going to make an abundance of something later on, or I'm going to recreate something out of what I have saved, or what I'm directing my money towards. So, you have to learn how to direct your currency in ways where it can be beneficial for you and for your business and what you can do to keep growing and bringing in money. So just think about that when you are trying to figure out how you want to divide and budget your money when you're trying to develop a business. That's one lesson that I wish I kind of learned a little earlier, but now I know learning how to redirect your money in ways so your money can grow. The passion, my passion for photography, but also my passion for just wanting to be a business owner, my passion to do other things, really helped me to drive myself into overdrive as far as making sure that I was not going to give up, making sure and ensuring that this business is going to be successful, because I have no other choice. This is it. I don't have anyone to work for. I don't have anything. Yeah, technically I can go out and get a job and go and work 9 to 5, but realistically thinking about it, that my time, my energy, everything that I have to invest into someone else's dream and business, I can be taking that, investing into myself. So once I started to think of that way, my mindset, a friend of mine, he's never worked for anyone. Straight out of high school, he started selling like little things like keychains, selling his own t-shirts, selling his own stuff, and that's how he was able to make residual income. So seeing that too, and being around like-minded people that were thinking of constant ways how to make income, constant ways how to be an entrepreneur, that helped me to start thinking like, I can't be around people that want to talk about popping bottles all day and drama and, you know, always on TV and who's on World Star Hip Hop and, you know, all these different things. Those were low vibrational, shallow conversations that I couldn't get with, because I'm thinking about how I can own a building, how I can build a skyscraper, how I can do things that probably people would be like, what the hell? I didn't even think you can think of things like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to own land. I'm trying to like think big. Like, I don't care about what. Stay tuned. I'm hoping that this will help someone to be encouraged, to be inspired, and know that it is okay to follow your dreams. You just have to have a plan. Thank you so much for all your support, love, and light, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.